One of the most common investor briefs I get on a daily basis to help people find their next property is that they want properties under $600,000. They want it to be above 4.5% yields and they want it yesterday. And so in this video, I'm going to reveal some of the best locations to consider in 2026 for that exact specific criteria. And I'm going to run them through one by one for you guys. Now, this list is not exhaustive. There is other locations you can consider as well, but some of these are the best at the moment for you guys to consider. Now, these are solid regional locations with about 70,000 population of people or more, and they have decent yields and decent properties. And so the first location I'm going to start off with is one that's a little bit controversial because it is quite a heated market at the moment, and that is Launceston. And specifically in Launceston, I'm talking about the locations like Youngtown, Kings Meadows, Prospect, and Summer Hill. Now, this is an example property for you guys that you can have a look at. Now, this one is a weatherboard home that sold in January for $545,000. Like you can see, it's nothing spectacular. It's a decent home. And when you start to look at the rental assets, something like this, a 3x1, this is a brick, is renting out for $550, slightly nicer in the interior, $700 for 4x2s, and there's not many rental properties actually available in Youngtown. Now, this one in Kingsmeadow is $520. So you can safely assume something like this would rent for around $500 to $520 per week, which gives you a yield of about 5 to 5.1%, which is actually a very good yield in today's market. Now, granted, when you go to Youngtown and you have a look at properties, they are going close to and above $600,000. You have to be realistic about the expectations of what you can buy. So if you do choose to go to Youngtown, you can expect yields of above 4.5%. But what type of properties you are looking for? You're looking for older weatherboard homes that are a little bit more on the rougher side. Might be older carpets, older paint in a slightly less desirable pocket of Youngtown. But I have seen deals still come through there. Now, if you expect there to go buy a brick house that is fully renovated, you're going to be paying $650, $700K at a minimum, but you still can find decent properties for around 4.5% yield to 5%. Now, that's one of the locations. And look, you can look at Youngtown, Kings Meadows, and Summer Hill as locations, but Youngtown is one of the one where clients have been buying in and have succeeded in purchasing decent properties in that area over the past couple of months. Now, if we start to zoom out, the next location I want to talk about is actually Shepparton. Now, for those of you who don't know where Shepparton is, it's about 2 hours away from Melbourne CBD. It is a location that is actively growing at this moment in time. There's a lot of owner-occupiers, first-home buyers, and a lot of BAs and investors buying in, which is causing house prices to increase faster than you would normally expect. Now, like with always, a lot of these locations, especially regionally, they do fall under a flood zone, and you do have to be very careful about where you're investing in Shepparton. However, if you do find a property like this, which isn't actually located in the flood zone, this one sold for $566,000. It's a 3x2 brick asset. And so if you're looking under 600K, a brick asset, a brick home, Shepparton has those properties available for you guys. It's a decent home that you can see a little bit on the older side in the interior, but it's still perfectly rentable. And that's the most important thing. You want your property to be rented out straight away. And that is something that you can find in Shepparton for under 600K. And when you start to look at the rental properties of 3x2, you can see 3x1 is 460, 480 for a 2x1, which is interesting, 600 for a 4x1, and 510 for a 3x2 in Shepparton. And when we look at it, it's also a pretty older interior as well. So you can safely say that you're getting about, $510 to $520 per week for a property like this, which means you're going to get a yield of about 4.6%, right? So you're still above that 4.5% mark. You're around 4.6%. But in this instance, compared to Youngtown in Launceston in Tasmania, you're getting a brick home, a 3x2, and a decent rental return as well, right? And Shepparton, in my point of view, is about a 5 to 7 year hold before you have to reassess the economy. But it's a good regional location with the Goulburn Valley Health, the university, and it's only about 2 hours away from Melbourne CBD. So for those investors chasing brick homes under 600K, decent yields of 4.5 to 5%, you can find them in Shepparton. And if you're on a tighter budget, this is a 3x2, so you can find 3x1s even lower than this price. So that is something to be aware of. And just before I go into the next locations, if you haven't already, jump into the private community. I help you break down suburbs like this on a daily basis, helping you identify which locations and things to target next so that you aren't making the wrong decision about where to invest. And don't make the bad decision of buying the wrong investment asset, because that will set you multiple years behind everyone else, and you do not want to make a costly mistake. Jump in the community today. It will be worth it. Trust me. Let's get back into the video. Now, we're going to stick with Victoria. And if you start to look on the east side of Melbourne CBD, this is a location I've talked about many a time, and this is Traralgon. Now, Traralgon is a decent location to consider. Its economy is a little bit on shaky grounds, and its future depends on a successful transition towards renewable energy. But at this point in time, because of strong demand from investors, BAs, and owner-occupiers, we are getting a lot of the cheaper properties starting to rise in value in this area. And it's not just Traralgon. You've got the Morwells, you've got the Newborough, and Mo as well, which are all increasing in value. But Traralgon is sort of my favorite in this Latrobe City region. Now, I have done a deep dive video on the economy and the infrastructure of this location, so I highly recommend you check it out because you need to know what you're investing into. But for those investors who are under a specific budget on a specific yield, this is the sort of assets you can pick up. Now, this one sold on the 13th of Feb. It's a weatherboard home. Now, it's definitely more on the older side. You can see it could do with a cosmetic reno internally, but it also looks partially rentable at this stage, maybe with a little bit of cleanup. And something like this sold for $459,000. So if you want to find something a bit nicer, a brick home, expect to pay around $550 to $600K, but you still can find properties in this price point. And when we're talking about yields, and this one would roughly rent for around $470,000 or so, which gives you about a 4.7 to 5% ish yield, depending on sort of exactly how much it rents for. And these are conservative numbers, by the way. I do think it may rent a little bit more, but nonetheless, you still can get about a 4.7 to 5% yield on a property like this. Right? And you guys can also go have a look. You just go to domain.com and you type in Traralgon and you press search and you look at what properties are being sold for. You can see the 4x2s are out at your price point, especially when it's a nice 4x2. It's selling for $720. And here you have another example of a 4x1 property selling for $568,000. Now, of course, you still got to check the pockets and make sure it's a good property nonetheless. But there are examples for properties under $600K in Traralgon and the wider Latrobe region, which you can go and have a look at, and you can get above 4.5% yields. Now, of course, for those investors who are investing here, I advise you to have a slightly higher risk appetite and reassess the economy every 3 years or so to just make sure it's upholding, people are still living there, and we're not having a mass exodus of migration. However, it's a location that definitely has some potential going into the future, and I think you'll continue to do very well into 2026. Now, scooting ahead from Victoria, I want to go up to New South Wales, and arguably one of my most favorite locations to consider at the moment in New South Wales is good old Dubbo. Now, Dubbo is a location I've been talking about, I don't know for how long, maybe the past 12 to 18 months. I'm honestly getting sick of repeating myself, but for those investors who are looking under 600K, above 4.5% yield, Dubbo is a location that should be on your watch list. But I want to be very clear about expectations because it's really important to set expectations right. Dubbo is like one big suburb. It's not broken up into little parts like Bendigo is, like White Hills, Long Gully, etc. Dubbo is a big location. You have the west side of Dubbo, and then you've got like the east and the south, which are like the more premium locations, while as West Dubbo is a little bit more rougher, lower socioeconomic. If you're looking for under 600K, you're unlikely to get something in sort of east and south of Dubbo. But if you look on the west side of Dubbo, there are properties out there for under $600,000 above a 4.5% yield. The trade-off is that it's a lesser socioeconomic area, maybe slightly rougher tenants, so choosing the right tenant is incredibly important. And the homes might be a little bit more on the rougher, not as well maintained side. However, there are opportunities there, and I don't want people to think otherwise. It's just about property selection. Now, an example of a property is this one right here that was sold on the 11th of Feb for $580,000. Now, this is a nice brick asset that's clearly rentable, slightly on the older side, but it doesn't look like anything is too much of an issue. The laundry looks a little bit rusted, but apart from that, it's looking pretty nice and snazzy on a decent road as well. A nice brick asset that could be rented out straight away, sold for $580. And when you start to look at the rental returns of something like this, you're getting roughly around $500 rent. So right on the cusp of about 4.5% yield. Now, it's not as strong as some of the other areas like Traralgon, Shepparton, but it's still very close to our criteria and our brief. And by the way, if you find a weatherboard home or slightly older home, you can find it for cheaper. If you're looking for a more premium 4x2 property, you're not going to find it under this price point. So it's all about trade-offs and finding the right asset that fits your brief. But Dubbo should be on that list. Under 600K, around 4.5% yield, it is achievable if you are putting in the work. Now, Dubbo is a heated market, lots of owner occupiers buying, especially with the 5% deposit scheme, buyers agents coming in, pumping up the area as well. So it's important to understand what you're competing against. But that's like most regional areas at this point in time. It's just the reality of the market that we're investing in. But Dubbo is a solid economic hub. It supports a lot of smaller towns in and around the area. It has a bright future. It's got a zoo, it's got a Bunnings for people who care about a Bunnings in a location. I don't really, but it is. But Dubbo is a great location to consider, economically diversified, more infrastructure pipeline coming. So good future for Dubbo, guys, if you want to consider this location. Now, before I go any further, this has been a very focused list of locations that I want people to consider. The reason I'm not giving too many other locations at this point in time is genuinely because I don't want people to be looking everywhere and everywhere. You should be focused on maximum 1 to 3 suburbs at a time to give your best chance of finding a property. It's picking up the phone, calling the agents, and actually putting in the work to look for pre-market or off-market properties. If you aren't doing that work, then you're probably not going to find a property if all you're doing is just looking at realestate.com and domain.com, because properties go way faster than that. But before I end this video, I do want to give some honorable mentions of other locations to consider. If I go back to New South Wales, one of the other locations you can consider is Tamworth. In and around Tamworth, and as well as Armidale up here, I put a little icon, you can find properties, some properties under 600k and close to 4.5% yield. I still prefer Dubbo, but Tamworth is a location you can consider. There are trade-offs to consider. And then if you want to, you can also consider Wagga Wagga. Now, Wagga Wagga is a great location to consider. You're not going to find 600k in any of the premium suburbs. That's a long time past now, but you still can find some properties in Mount Austin and Tolland. The trade-off being is that these are lower socioeconomic areas. The tenants are a little bit more rougher, more public housing. So please do your due diligence about the street you're buying in. Make sure it doesn't have a bad stigma, and you put a good tenant inside. The last thing you want is a bad tenant in a bad area. It just attracts the wrong crowd and it's going to cause you issues. So these are some locations you can consider as well. For those of you not wondering why I'm not talking about Ballarat, is that I'm finding it hard to find properties consistently above a 4.5% yield. If you're looking a little bit less, then you can consider Ballarat, but that's just something to keep in mind, that I'm usually finding it between 4 to 4.3% at this point in time. You might find the odd deal above 4.5, close to 5, but generally I'm finding under 4.3 is what I'm seeing. So keep that in mind, guys. And a lot of the good Queensland locations, the good properties, even the older properties now, a lot in Queensland, like Cairns, Bundaberg, Rockhampton, the good properties are going above 600, around 650k now. So that's why I haven't really included any of the locations up in Queensland as well. And so I hope this video has helped you guys about, if you're under a very specific criteria and brief, it has given you a focused list to consider, and I hope it helps you on your property journey. But if you need more help, guys, jump into the private community. That is why I'm here to help you guys, help you figure out the target suburbs that you want to be considering, finding out exactly where you should be thinking about investing based on your criteria and your strategy, and helping you break down your portfolio, your deals, the numbers to help and guide you into the next right investment asset, guys. 2026 might be the last time where we will have good investment properties in good regional areas for under 600k. You don't want to make the mistake of missing out. Jump in the private community, get the help you need, and succeed in investing. Till next time, thank you very much.